My Gavanen and well met. I'm Arakir Galadurthin, head of Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to our Northern Dúnedain campaign in the north of Eriador. I am back from any breaks that I had planned over this summer, and so these videos should be a little more frequent, which you will already know if you saw the Dorwinian one I posted yesterday. But I wanted to carry on with this before I carry on with revision in my own spare time, and so I thought I'd crack out a few videos this morning. So here we are, back with our Northern Dúnedain campaign. As always, I ended it just on the end turn, so we'll dive straight in. Gandalf's going to be attacked, that much is certainly certain. Shedun, at the foot of what is Mount Graham, although we don't actually know if that's Mount Graham, because Mount Graham is never pointed to. Tolkien never said where it was, other than that it was in the northern reaches of the Misty Mountains, but one can assume that Shedun is at the foot of Mount Graham. And indeed, he's being attacked. Oh, by their chieftain, no less. Lagbug, he's pretty starry. And we have got a horde of our worst units. Interesting indeed. What are we facing up to? Halberdiers, Goblin Band, Scouts, Savages, or the Savages will be a threat. Snagger Archers, though, they're not an issue. And otherwise, no archers in that one, which is good. We can hold the line. And oh wow, not very many units at all. So once we kill the chieftain... Oh, it's their factionaire, sorry. Once we kill the chieftain, we should see mass routing ensue. So, as always, save it. And let's go for it.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle!
We're being attacked from the rear, and they're also attacking us from what would be our front. So we're going to need to either pull to our right or our left so that they come at us from one direction. You can't fight on two fronts. If any of you have ever read The Art of War by Sun Tzu, he gives some great tips on how to play these games. And given that sometimes my part-time job at the moment is in a bookstore, and we actually sell Sun Tzu's The Art of War, and it's quite an entertaining little read, actually. I'd highly recommend giving it a read if you find that you struggle at these games. Some of his military tactics are almost childlike in their thought process, but sometimes you just don't think of them, and you need a Chinese master to tell you. We could go in this corner, I suppose, because we're going to be attacked from here, and we're going to be attacked from obviously in the middle there. So if we were to pull back to that corner, we could deal with the first wave, then deal with the second wave, and we get the advantage of that hill, which is a win-win. Come on, people, form up for me. There we are. Take everyone off skirmishing. Make sure no one's firing fire arrows. Gandalf the Beast, a Lorin, the Great Maya. He's going to lead us to battle. Look at him on his great steed. Although, of course, it's not Shadowfax, which is unfortunate. But
the enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Right, let's use this hill here because the enemy won't be able to walk up that. So they're going to be coming through that gap, and then they're going to be coming from that side. So we're going to use that to our advantage. Line our archers up there. Oh, I don't know actually, maybe line the archers... Well, we're not going to line the archers up anywhere because apparently the map is having none of it. This is always a problem with these maps. If we were to go there, they wouldn't be able to fire over the brow of that hill, so you want them on this face. Yes, perfect. They can go a little higher because they are a bit more specialist. And the cavalry can go right at the top. Right, that's moving them out. We want two of you. Oh no, we're going to only want... Yeah, that many will do. Although again, not enjoying moving. There we are, go there. Ah, it's because there's a break again there. Ah, so if you go there, and then you sit ready for support, and then we're going to want you and you to fill this side gap, because inevitably one of the enemies will come from us from the side, and we want to counter that. But we can't really place you at the moment because the map's having none of it. Oh, that'll do. You can sit there. Yep, jolly good, jolly good. And then we use our cavalry to rout our enemies. So just get the cavalry on the wing at the moment. Alright, let's go for it. Time 6. Zoom in a bit. Everybody just clumps into each other and hustles and bustles in the middle. Look at those. What are they doing? Oh, the enemies are all moving to meet up. As planned. Oh no, look at that. Fools! Fools, 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 fools. Their general is alone and charging us. Hit him. Go on, go on, go on. Well, who are they already shooting at? Don't tell me they're already shooting them. That's an insane range. Go on, Gandalf. Initial charge. Kill him! Oh, excellent. First charge, Chieftain Lagbug. That is formidable. They've basically wiped them out. Heavy cavalry charging downhill with a bodyguard with a star level that Gandalf has. The enemy didn't stand a chance. Right, we've hit them with a huge crippling blow now. And even though the stats won't change to reflect the attack we've just done, the chance of victory is now very, very high. Right, lumbermen. I want you to move forwards. Yes, to there. And these lumbermen. Can you go behind? No, you can't. Yeah, you can go there. Because we want the archers to turn and face. Come on, archers. That'll have to do. Move you guys there. Move you guys there. There we are. How's Gandalf doing? Oh, they've wiped them out. Alright, so side with those guys again.
Be alert. Be alert.
Get ready to swing round.
Be alert. More likely.
Woodland hunters.
With great speed.
Oh, what is that? What is that? Oh, the joy of moving units when you've got limited terrain. Anywho, we are preparing. The enemy is now forming their line. Given that they're attacking us, they're not doing too well at that, are they? We should charge them. Ah, no, here they come. Where are the archers? There. They aren't really a threat, those snagger archers, but it's still good to bring them down. You can hear the wargs. And there's a scout. Scouts are very poor, they're not really a threat. Alright, the army has paused again. So we'll keep it on time 6. There's no way on earth I'm going to attack them unless I absolutely have to. Alright, here they come. Splitting their forces by the looks of it. Oh no, they're avoiding that left-hand side, which means we should be able to run troops out that way. So we can use these two to flank them. But in the meantime, everyone just keeps shooting them. The remnants of Angmar. I prefer the remnants of Angmar to the Misty Mountains. I like the presence of the men of Rudar. I think they are cool. And even though they're not really Dúnedain anymore, I still think they're pretty cool. And they give it this faction just has a lot more flavour than Misty Mountains. Misty Mountains is just how many snagger and poor orc units can you train and throw at your enemy. Whereas this team is a bit more raw strength. Ah, they are going to try and hit around the side. Charge down the hill. Oh, they didn't really get their charge off the Rudar scouts, so they're dead, which is good. We've killed the cavalry on that side. The wargs don't really seem to know what they want to do, but if they do charge, they'll probably do quite a lot of damage to the lumbermen. Oh no, they're doing some weird... They're being felled by our axes. Ah, here we go, they're charging. Send in the Cardinal. Charge on both sides. Didn't really kill many. They might die if they stay in prolonged melee with those, though. That's the only issue there. Ah, the scouts are almost completely defeated. They're wavering, and there's no other enemies here at the moment. Ah, now they are breaking. So move those guys around the side. Likewise, you lot move down there. Get ready to charge in the banks. How are they doing? Oh, they're destroying them. Gandalf, move over there. You're going to charge into what I think are the archers? No, Goblin Band. Oh, there's the archers. Look how many have died already. Our bows. It's because of these guys. Awful in melee. No health, no defense. But they are so good as archers. Pop them on a hill like that and you have got slaughter. Ah, they're all fleeing. Oh, of course we killed Chieftain Lagbug, didn't we? I've forgotten my own tactic. Gandalf, charge into those. You two stop your charging for now. Pull back. Oh, those wargs seem to have done well. Oh, it's because there's Rudolph's savages. Gandalf's charge on the Goblin Band. Really gone that well, to be honest, but oh well. We can leave those fighting for a while. They'll be able to slaughter most of the enemy. Right, you hit those fellas, and you hit those savages. Charge, men! The glory of Cardinal.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Oh, look at them. 171 of them, and they're running. Don't let any escape. Oh, and we've killed the other captain as well, so... It will not be long before our enemy's defences fall, to quote the narrator. How many of them have survived so far? Hardly any. We want to try and capture as many as possible, and this will cripple severely Angmar's attempts to hold the north, because Shedun is their second largest after Khandum. Ah, the pikemen are still holding true though. I've yet to engage them.
Only half the enemy force remains. The battle seems to be swinging in our favour. From such tidings does victory emerge.
It's pretty much won. Let's just speed it up as we capture people.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
What have they got left? Virtually nothing. You lot over there, hit the pikemen, please. And all three of you, charge into those.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to
Slay them all. Who's still alive? Oh, there's hardly any of them. I can't even see them. Oh, there they are. They've gone. Don't need to worry about those, but we will capture the other ones. Because they'll take ages to run away. A noble victory for the forces of the Northern Dúnedain, the plains of Shedun.
This is
111.
a great victory worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
That, friends, is an omen. Something bad is going to happen. But a glorious victory. And we've taken Shedun. It'll be interesting to see what I can do once I've defeated Angmar, because Angmar seem to now be on the downturn. Although the campaign can turn at any time, they're not completely defeated. And as everybody has been talking in the forums recently a great deal about the last chance script army,
victory.
which I'm sure you've all probably heard of at some
our
point.
courage and honor have conquered.
Now, there's a little bit of a misconception about this. Is many people think that the Last Chance army spawns when the enemy loses their capital, and that unfortunately isn't actually true. For some factions, I believe that the trigger is the capital, and quite possibly those factions are the Misty Mountains and Dol Guldur. But for all the other factions, it isn't that you lost your castle or it isn't that you lost your
orders,
capital. It's that you lost
By your command.
a certain amount of regions. So the trigger for the script is that you have something like less than 2 or 3 regions. So once a faction goes down to 2 or 3 regions, this script will kick in and it will supply them with this full army that you're all very aware of, and many people think is a travesty of nature. And they moan non-stop about it. It's always one of the ones that people ask to be removed from the game. But it will kick in once the enemy's region count goes down to somewhere between 3 and 2. I think it's larger factions it's 3 and smaller factions it's 2. And it's meant to spawn. It's meant to spawn near your capital,
As you
but it
wish.
doesn't
Your
necessarily
orders, my
always
lord.
spawn near your capital.
Making camp
And
here.
not all of them have been edited as well. Someone has reported
Your
that
will, my lord.
the Isengard one
Yes.
seems to spawn in the middle of Rohan, which I'll have to look into and double check if that is the case, because it shouldn't spawn in the middle of Rohan. But so once Angmar lose a certain amount of provinces, a large army will spawn in an attempt to save them. And this was a feature added by the Third Age Total War team, not by Divide and Conquer. So we didn't add this; it was added by the Third Age team. But it makes a lot of sense when you've looked into the modding and you've played around with it. If you remove this garrison script feature, this support feature, then the AI walk over each other like there's no tomorrow. It's the same reason why we have a garrison script, which a lot of people want to be removed. Because without the garrison script, the AI just falls so much, and we'll have people saying like, Gondor lose Minas Tirith in 5 turns, but Minas Tirith's meant to hold out for ages, and it's like, yes, but this is a game, unfortunately, and
Yes, my lord.
we can't make it true to the books as much as possible. There have to be some places where there are unaligned features, shall we say. Oh, Gandalf is scarred. That's a shame. They always go scarred. Everyone always gets scarred. I don't really care for traits. I know a lot of people really go hard on their traits, and they want their generals to do certain things. And to be honest, I think the game is easy enough if you don't even ever use governors. And I don't. I never use governors. The only time I would ever use a governor is if, like for example, Aragorn always increases the population growth in the town he is in. And so if a town stagnates, I might send Aragorn there for a few turns just to kickstart their growth again. But the game is so easy, you just don't need to use governors. I mean, that may be me being big-headed,
Your orders, my
but
lord.
I think the game is really easy. I've yet to find a faction I've struggled with. Maybe that's because I play it a little unrealistically, but who knows. Oh, look, we can get an Arnorian hall here. The first signs of our ancient culture creeping through. We can also get a muster ground, which looks decidedly Japanese in its roof design, but the muster ground is the out of my Dúnedain region barracks, and this is the first one I've been able to show you, actually. So as you can see, all I can train in Shedun at the moment is local militia and local archers, and that is very unlikely to change because there's no unique units in the north of Angmar. So my campaign will start to get a little trickier as we
my
get
lord.
further and further from our homeland.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord.
Oh, we want towers immediately.
Yes, my lord.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
And what should we worry about now? Do we push on for Kharndom, but then they'll retake Shedun? I've got that sort of army coming up from the south.
Orders.
There's a big garrison in Fornost Orion, but I need to keep the garrison there. Although it looks like Amon Sul's about to be attacked. I haven't got any troops to train there. Oh, and there's their chieftain.
I'm gonna stick
Oh
you.
no, that's not good. That is not well. That's going to be a problem. But what we should do for now,
Your orders, my lord.
get more towers.
This tower will keep vigil over the
I'd
lands.
like a tower that shows me Litash.
Yes.
We'll use them to scatter
Marching
that
to
guy.
war.
107
The
men
day is
lost to
ours.
kill that. Oh yes, Captain Boron, we'll take another general.
Yes, my lord.
Kill him as well.
We have tried.
Oh, we're losing so many men in those battles. That was a mistake.
Your orders, my lord.
Much smaller army, but at least we got a
Hiding from
general out
the
of it.
enemy.
I don't know what I'm training on those. I'm assuming the blacksmith. Yeah, chainmail. What should we build? Let's get a library. We can't really train anything. It's only those local units, and they need 25% Dúnedain, and we have no percent Dúnedain. So, right.
Yes, my lord.
Gandalf, I don't want to trap you in the town. Let's try and run you back to Morvatarth and lead that army back.
With honor. Making camp here.
Alrighty then. Game save succeeded. Let's go for this. Oh, I forgot to do my diplomat. Isengard. For those of you wondering why it's called Isengard, I'm afraid there's no elf, there's no Sindarin trick to Isengard. It is quite literally the guard of the River Isen from ye Old English. Although, interesting tidbit about Old English, often a pub, if you don't know what a pub is, welcome to England, we have pubs instead of bars. But often a pub will be called Y-E Old Red Lion or something like that. And the Y-E is not pronounced ye, as a lot of people pronounce it. It is actually pronounced the. Because it's called a thorn. The Y letter is called a thorn, for some reason, in Old English. And so whenever you see Y-E, it isn't actually ye Old Red Lion or ye Old England. It is the Old Red Lion. So, just a little tidbit about Old English there. But Isengard is just that, as I say. It's just the guard of the River Isen, which is this one. As made popular by Saruman saying, they crossed the River Isen on Midsummer's Eve.
Yes, my lord.
Disguised as riders in black. Right, we're here to make semi-peace with him until we actually need to attack him.
Do not think something else you'd like to suggest?
Core map information. Go on. Yes. He's a tyrant.
Complaints with this plan?
Oh, someone also, the chance of them actually seeing this video is very slim, and I'm probably going to have to tell them anyway. But someone did ask, how do you stop the Ents? How do you defeat the Ents as Isengard? And the best way to defeat the Ents is if you don't build the woodcutter's hut.
Yes.
Because we haven't explained the script at any point in order to catch people out, because otherwise if you explain the script no one will ever trigger it. But I'll explain it to you now. If you're playing as Isengard, there's a building called the Woodcutter's Hut. And if you build the Woodcutter's Hut and then complete the Woodcutter's Hut building line, the Ents will always attack you.
Your will, my lord.
So, for those of you who are struggling to defeat the Ents and you want to know how to defeat the Ents, just don't build the Woodcutter's building. And as long as you don't build the Woodcutter's building, the Ents will never attack you anyway. So, that is my greatest bit of advice for you if you're wondering how to defeat the Ents. Oh. Oh. Why can absolutely none of them move? Have they only just got in there?
Yes. Joining forces, my lord. Orders.
Oh yeah, those and those.
Yes, my lord. Your orders,
he can't go anywhere
my lord.
anyway. But that army's coming up to meet him. That'll be a good support. They don't seem to be bothered about Shedun, do they? Ah, we can see Litash.
Will keep vigil over the lands.
Lunal the Wrathful is in there, but
Your
Pillimor
orders,
doesn't
my
have
lord.
can't take that on his own. So head
With
back to
honor.
Shedun. It's building its library, which is good. Once you upgrade the
Yes, my lord.
lumber, the woodcutter's hut for Isengard, that's when the Ent script will trigger. So as I say, if you really can't defeat the Ents and you're really struggling, just don't build the woodcutter's hut. I know it looks really, really appealing because it gives you loads of money and it reduces training costs or something like that. But just don't. Fight the temptation. Oh, we can get a catapult maker there. How much money are we making? Ah, not really very much. Oh, look at that, a school. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Culture increase bonus 3%. Don't really need a culture increase bonus in our capital, so we'll avoid that. And again, that seems to be all we do. Let's see where the next turn takes us. Vale of Dorwinian. Threndwil. The clans are looking pretty strong. I don't know if you saw at the end, if you rewind it a little bit back, just a few moments ago, we saw that they were attacking Matraith in the north of Cardland, just south of Bree. If they can take that, then Dunland really are under the cosh. Oh, this guy's going to take back Oscolfin. We'll have to just abandon it. Gornag. Oh, he's got pikemen and savages, and 2 units of cavalry. We'll just auto that. Didn't kill a single man, that's unrealistic. They think they have won, but they know nothing. They're not attacking Fauna, surely. I'm massively outclassed you. Like, I'm already 2-1 before
We
you,
must
my
make a
garrison's
stand.
even kicked in.
We are besieged.
Although, of course, the enemy does not know that the garrison will kick in. That is a... Oh, when Nazgûl's returns to toggle. The Ents are besieging Orthanc. We built our library. All is going reasonably well.
My lord.
Right, if you move through the
By
will,
your command.
Your
wildland,
orders, my lord.
I think you and
Your
you
will, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
follow Gandalf, who can move further
Your
than you.
orders, my lord.
I want to meet up with them
My
before
lord.
they rebel against
Will
me.
make-
Yes, my lord.
Oh, the enemy's
Your
coming for
orders, my
Shedun.
lord.
Get him in there quick. We won't be able to hold Shedun. As I was explaining in the Dorwinian video, the garrison script will not kick in the homeland of other factions unless you're the same culture as them. And I'm not the same culture as Angmar, so my culture will not kick in. So my garrison script will not kick in. They're training everything, that's okay. Alright, I shall save this one here in an attempt to keep them all at about 20 odd minutes and carry on again in just a moment with the next one. So for now, this is the end of this one. 55 turns in, our attacks on Angmar are going well. We've just got to retake a few outlying settlements which they are refusing to let go. But I hope this one's been as enjoyable as the last. But for now, I'm Eric Galadithin, head of Divide and Conquer. If you need a hand or anything, head to Total War Centre. The link is in the description. But until then, Navar na den Pedimad, and farewell.